Hey guys, and welcome back to another podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelsey.
And today we're going to be talking about Deathnote. Not the manga or anime, but the actual movie that was on Netflix.
All the people that make life miserable, make life dangerous. What if we can change things?
Netflix.
The one that came out the 25th.
I guess that wouldn't be called a Netflix original.
It's technically a Netflix original, but it's
they
Deathnote.
didn't make it.
Yeah, but some... Okay. The Netflix one.
Okay.
So, first, what'd you think?
Okay, so I haven't...
Yeah, you haven't seen anything. So.
Yeah, I haven't read it. I haven't seen any of it, the anime.
Yeah, the anime.
And I like the story of it, like the storyline. I like the storyline. But I really don't like the way they did it in the movie. It was just everything was just too fast, and I get that they were trying to like tell the story.
Yeah, but it's a very long story that has multiple chapters and like books. Like if you look at how many books there's so many. It's like they kind of pick and choose what they wanted to. And also the anime the whole thing is on Netflix too. So if you want to watch that before watching the other one or after, it doesn't matter. One's gonna be faster than the other. I
recommend not doing that because then you're gonna be sitting there watching the movie and be like, "Well, this didn't happen. This didn't happen."
Well, I'm saying like watch the movie and then watch that.
Yeah, that's
because the other one's a lot longer. It's like you're probably gonna spend about like 20 hours watching it.
Yeah.
Because it's about 40 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I might be really wrong on that. I'm probably really wrong on that. But there's a lot of episodes.
And I don't know if it was supposed to be as funny as it was.
But the first time he saw Ryuk,
just the whole thing was funny. Like comically, it was comically bad.
It really was. Like
the acting was bad, the execution of a lot of it was just bad, and I was dying laughing through that whole movie.
I think if we're talking about the point of if we enjoy the movie, I thought it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I thought it was really enjoyable, and some parts were really funny.
It's also enjoyable in... Stop, don't act like you don't like me. So, it's enjoyable in the same way that the Goosebumps movie was enjoyable, but you just know it's bad. Like, while you're watching it, you're like, this is so bad. Like,
but it was like... Because there's different parts. There's one part where he first gets the notebook, and the dude's like, "Yeah, you just gotta write somebody's name in it, and they'll die." And he's just like,
"Okay."
He's like, "I'm just dreaming. This is just fake." And he's like, "Well, if it's fake, just do it. It's just a dream. Just have some fun." And he's like, "I don't have a pen." And he just pulls out the pen and goes, "Ch-ch."
He's like, "Good thing you have a pen." I was like.
Yeah. There's a lot of good one-liners in the movie.
I wouldn't even say that was good. I'd say that like physically hurt me because of how cringy it was. There was just so many parts of it that was just like.
I will say this: the movie was only an hour and a half. That's a very short movie.
Yeah.
I think if they would have made it 2.5 hours, they could have fit in a lot more than needed to be in there.
If they added 15 minutes,
this is all going to be spoilers.
Yeah.
The whole thing's going to be spoilers. So
yeah.
If you made it this far and you're sad, I'm sorry. It happens.
Well, you can put it in the title.
Yeah, I'll put it in the title for you. But if you're this far and you didn't look at the title or the description, then you're kind of lost here. You're kind of stuck. Anyways, so I don't even know where I was going with that. I don't even remember.
So what you're saying is you like the movie?
No, what I was saying was that if it was 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah.
The whole part where they're showing off his powers and him killing people, they did that all in 5 minutes. Within the first 30 minutes, he was established killing 400 people.
Yeah, and this relationship with this chick was crazy. She had this weird murdering death fetish or something.
Yeah, she was just normal or whatever, and really wouldn't talk to the main character.
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, actually, I use this death note because I killed this dude and I can kill people. And she's like, you want to be friends?
No, she doesn't. She's she doesn't want to be his friend. She
girlfriend.
She
wants to be him.
No, she wants to get freaky while they're writing names down.
Which is a little weird.
Did you get that? That's what was happening. I was like. I'm uncomfortable because this chick has some weird problems, and like Light is just happy that this girl likes him, and so he's like doing what she wants. I don't know, but that whole relationship happened in the course of like 5 minutes, and I was like,
it was just very really paced forward because they didn't really even know each other. Quickly paced. They literally even said like Light was just like, you know my name, like you know who I am. And then that night is when they go to the house and everything, they start to become a thing, which is really weird. But backtracking to what I was saying, if the movie was 2.5 hours, they would be able to add like a whole another 30 minutes to his becoming of Kira, which is what his name is for his persona.
Murdering name.
Yeah, which he was saying in 2 different languages is like light. It means light. But in Japanese, which is the way he had his victims write it, was
and it was happening in Japan.
Yeah, it was happening. It happened everywhere.
Yeah, but then it started predominantly happening in Japan
with Japanese lettering. So that means people thought it was Japanese, but in Japanese, the kanji means death. Kanji is like the writing style of Japanese culture. If I spelt it wrong.
Did you spell that wrong?
I think I spelled it wrong. If I pronounced it wrong, that's my bad.
Attention. I was just like,
yeah. But yeah, that's my attempt at what that is. But yeah, it would have been a lot better if it was a lot longer. Visual effects were really, they were good.
It's okay.
The blood was very, very.
No, that was subpar gore. As someone who has
Quentin Tarantino. Very Quentin Tarantino. Like,
no.
Have you seen Django Unchained?
No.
Everything is like an explosion of blood.
Yes, but Quentin Tarantino has the skills to do stuff like that and not make it look
saying
cheesy.
they were trying to make it look like that.
Everything that they did, all of the murders.
They did a decapitation with a ladder, and it hit like right here, and just everything's went.
Yeah, but then whenever his head fell off, it was the whole head. But it like when the thing hit him, it was like in the middle of the face. But then when it showed the head,
no, it was like this part.
It was the whole face.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Anyways, it was very like, I was like, okay, that was so cheesy. That looks like ketchup. Like, you got some Kool-Aid in there. Like, what's going on? Like,
that's how you make it, Kool-Aid and ketchup.
So Netflix, when they make these movies, is it Netflix as a company, or is it like different companies that like make them and they're like, here, will you please buy this and put it on Netflix?
From what I understood, Netflix bought from what I understood, I don't know if this is right, this is going off my assumption because this is what they do most of the time. They just bought the rights to make a movie, and then so they have the money and everything. They pay the actors, they pay.
But is it like low budget?
No.
Oh.
They got a lot of money.
Well, then that movie was a lot worse than.
Well, they don't have like Marvel type of money.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Like the Netflix shows.
But it is Netflix.
Well, yeah, but Netflix shows with Marvel things.
Yeah.
Marvel is giving them a bunch of money to make them. With making Death Note, I think it was more indie-esque because the person who was making it was an indie. I think he's an indie filmmaker. He hasn't really made anything real big.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of.
I just want to know like their budget, because like if they had like a relatively good budget, then it was a bad movie. If they had I don't know what the numbers.
I'm gonna look at the numbers.
But I'm saying like if it was a high budget film, they did a really not great quality. But if it was low budget with not a lot of practice in doing it, it was decent.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they had a lot of good or a lot of popular actors. There's one popular actor.
He's not that popular. He's popular if you watch John Green movies.
No, I'm saying one popular actor was Matt Dafoe. Is that his name? Matt Dafoe? The Green Goblin. Green Goblin.
Yeah, he was also in John Green movies, and Nat Wolff was. I was like, okay, so we're just gonna recycle these John Green characters in this very twisted, like morbid anime.
They spent $40 million, which isn't that much.
Okay.
For reference, let's say Avengers.
I don't care about.
I'm just letting everybody know.
That means nothing to me.
Essentially, so a movie like Marvel, like one of Marvel's movies, you know, they have their own production company and everything. They paid. I just read it. I already forgot. It's like $220 million.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Okay. So $220 million. So in reference, they had about a fifth the amount of money.
Can I like have an uncommon opinion here?
What?
Freaking Marvel and superheroes are overrated, and I'm sick of them.
They are kind of overdone recently. Overdone.
And they're not cool.
They're overdone. Okay. But yeah, so Death Note would have been longer, would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
The guy, Matt, what's his name?
What's the character? The Shimigami? What's his name?
Ryuk?
Yeah. His character? His voice actor?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something DeVoe.
Yeah,
Defoe.
it's Defoe.
The Defoe guy.
Yeah.
He was really good. He was really creepy. I was reading a little interview thing he said that he took, and he was like...
Sorry, he's just so funny.
He was funny. There was an interview of him, and he was just basically saying he didn't read any of the stuff about him or anything like that. He was like, oh, I kind of know the character, so I'm just going to do it.
It was like... It was funny. It wasn't that great. Like, he was like unintentionally funny.
Yeah. Because it was just like awkward, and they really underdeveloped his character. Because in the other types of shows about it and stuff, it's like Ryuk's like the main whole part of it. And this one, it was kind of like, dude kind of showed up, laughed at him, and left. Literally. I can tell you, like, at least 5 times. No, he would show up,
eat an apple, and then laugh, and then leave.
Yeah.
Like,
one of them, he was just eating an apple, just throwing it behind him. He ate like 10 apples.
That's whenever he was telling him, like, not to mess with him. But, okay, that doesn't even make sense when you, like...
And that's when the girl stole
I know. Pages. But he thought Ryuk did it, and then... Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
And then, so, like, when he confronted him... Ryuk was like, I told you not to mess with me. Like, trying to say that he did it, but then it was actually the girl. And she can't see him. Because
he just likes to have fun. He just likes to just do whatever.
So he was just doing it to screw with light?
He's just doing it to screw with humanity. That's all they do in
that
life.
moment, I'm talking about in that one specific situation.
Yeah, the whole thing is he's just interested by humans. So he doesn't want to interfere. He just wants to see what they do. Like, literally, he won't... In a lot of the anime,
manga
or anime, it's just the one you watch.
Yeah, but that's what you're trying to say. So.
I know, but in the anime, there's a lot of times that Light's like, "Yo," he doesn't say "yo," he's just like, "Hey, what's this dude's name?" And he's just like, "Nah, you can figure that out," because he can see everybody's name in their respective life.
Also, I have another question. So how did that girl... So the girlfriend, weird, creepy girlfriend, she essentially wants to kill off all the all the FBI agents who are following them and is in their town. So she, like, attacks one of them, and then under, like, the magic of the Death Note has him... Well, what would you call it?
It's not like magic. It's like demonic possession.
Well, under the influence. Yeah,
demonic
under the influence of the Death Note, she, like, writes, like, he'll tell the name of all these people, and then this happens. And so, how did this small girl, like, it showed...
She followed the one that was following them, and then tased him.
I know.
And then made him think of the face of those people and write their names down, so he's the one killing them.
I know, but the thing is how was that small girl capable of doing that?
She's probably just a psychopath.
I mean, she was a psychopath. She was crazy.
Crazy.
And then she wanted to kill Light's dad just because he basically just called out Kira.
Called him out, just like, yo, you can't do this. We're going to come after you. You take one of us and then we come again. But yeah, anyway, just a fast forward to the ending of the movie. I thought it was really well planned. It kind of showed off. Well, okay, it more showed off what the whole series was about, of Light being this mastermind and everything. So he found
that part was really
he found a bunch of people right before he was about to get captured, and basically wrote down the name of a somebody who worked at a hospital that was like
basically he went and knew that. So the crazy girlfriend, wrote his name in the Death Note because she wanted to have ownership of the Death Note and he didn't want her to have it. Mm-hmm. So he goes onto this website where people...
By the way, if you can only burn one page, and you burn that page, that person's name gets erased so they don't die.
Yeah. So he basically pre-planned all these things that were going to happen because he knew that she had written his name in the Death Note. Mm-hmm. And so he, like, wanted to meet up with her and, like, them talk about it because she basically wanted to break up with him. But she actually never really wanted to be with him.
She just wanted the Death Note.
Yeah, so she just wanted the Death Note in general. So he goes onto this website where people are, like, reporting all these people who need to be killed to Kira. And he finds one that's a doctor, a mailman.
Was it a mailman?
Yeah, the mailman was the one that delivered it.
Oh, yeah, the mailman was the one who was the pedophile.
Yeah.
So that's why he got killed. And then there was
a doctor, a mailman. There was like 2 or 3
goodness,
different people who had different jobs to be under the influence of the thing and have them perform certain tasks to save him. So what happens was he put Mia's name in it, and when she's falling off of the Ferris wheel, she rips out the page that has his name, which coincidentally...
No, technically, he wrote down, if Mia takes the book back, accepts the book back, while she falls out of the Ferris wheel, the page with Light's name will come out of the book.
She will rip it.
She will rip it out of the book, and that page will fall into an open flame and burn, saving Light. And it will say that he writes down her boyfriend. Them two will both fall from the Ferris wheel. Mia landing on the shore while her boyfriend lands in the water.
Yeah. And then this doctor, whatever his name, will see him fall in, save him, take him to the hospital, and then
put him into a medically induced coma for 2 days.
2 days, and then the guy goes, and then the doctor kills himself.
He jumps off the building.
And then the mailman will find the death note and write down...
At the same night as the doctor saves him.
And then take the death note and write down the names of criminals who were posted on the news to continue, like, the Kira
So
thing.
that it kind of throws off the trail of him.
Yeah. And then deliver it on the second day and then, like, shoots himself or something?
No, it was suicide, but he was in his car and he put some...
carbon monoxide poisoning?
Yeah, carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah. So he took a vacuum tube and put it in his car from his exhaust pipe. Yeah. And then he did that, so it covered all of his tracks. I'm pretty sure there was a third one, wasn't there?
Yeah, I can't remember what the third one was. There was a third one, I think. It doesn't
matter. It doesn't matter.
But basically, he literally planned this whole, like, thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. Like, I wasn't expecting all that. I was like, how is he going to live from this? Because there's another, like, 20 minutes of the movie. Like, what's going to happen?
And then it gets to the end, and the dad's just like, so you're him. How'd you do it?
Yeah.
And he was just like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you're the bad guy. And he's like, well, I'm not bad. I'm the better good. Or like
he's
the better
lesser
bad.
of 2 evils?
Yeah, the lesser of 2 evils. Like, basically saying, like, well, you know, I'm kind of doing the right thing, but I'm just not doing it the right way. I mean, I'm better than the people who are going around killing people who are good, is essentially what he says. It's a lot shorter. I made his words a lot longer. But yeah, to close it all out, I thought it was really good. What out of 10, what would you give it?
A 4.
You would give it a 4?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd give it a 7.
4
6,
for acting?
7, 8.
The acting was horrible. The, like, visual effects were, like, okay, but not great. The gore was subpar. It was just too fast-paced.
Mm-hmm. I'll say, I will say the whole Ferris wheel scene. The whole Ferris wheel scene is obviously visual effects, and they have really good.
That was relatively good.
That was really good.
Decent.
I'll give them a 9 out of 10 for visual effects, just because of the Ferris wheel. They didn't really have much. It was like the Ferris wheel scene.
You got low standards.
No, I don't. I just know how hard that type of stuff is, especially with their budget.
Okay.
I give them like a 9 out of 10 for visual effects. I give them like a 5 out of 10 for acting, because
it was bad.
The main guy was just kind of weird, but. You know,
Nat Wolf, Naked Brothers.
But Ryuk made it better. He kind of looked goofy.
He looked hilarious, like hilarious.
Yeah.
Every time it would show him, I would just start giggling like uncontrollably because he's just
weird
so
looking,
funny
and, like,
looking,
odd shaped. Yeah, to sum it all up, I thought it was pretty good. What you got like? You like?
No.
You didn't like? I liked it. But yeah, that's going to wrap it on up. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelsey.
That says Kelsey. You can look at her. Her link is going to be in the description. She does some cool little videos and everything like that.
Cool little videos.
Cool little videos. Mm-hmm. So like videos, but they're tiny.
The teeniest.
The teeniest videos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, check back in every now and then. We're going to post some more stuff up on the interwebs. And you guys have a great one. Bye. Yeah, say bye.
Oh, bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.